Hello friends, welcome back to another video from Trinity Cultural Academy, and today we are going to see about bud dormancy and few definitions like parthenocarpy, parthenogenesis, polyembryony, stenospermocarpy, vivipary and apomixis. Before entering into topic, let us see what is bud and what is dormancy in short. Bud is a undeveloped or embryonic shoot mostly seen in axil of leaf or at the tip of the stem, which in further develops into flower or shoot. While dormancy is nothing but it is an inactive state, that is dormant state. Types of buds is shown here. Based on location, it is divided into terminal, axillary and adventitious. Based on status, it is divided into accessory, pseudo-terminal and dormant. Based on morphology, it is divided into four types as scaly, covered, hairy and naked. Based on function, vegetative, reproductive and mixed bud. It is just to have a clear idea about where and how the bud is. Now we'll see the topic bud dormancy. Here the physiological activity and growths are suspended, which means inactivation. Mostly it is seen in perennial crops, that too specifically in stress condition. Why? Because perennials have to go through different seasons in a year, especially winter period, which is unfavorable for growth and even survival becomes difficult. It is commonly seen in temperate crops. Let us see the factors responsible for dormancy. There are external and internal factors. In external factors, water plays a major role. Generally, 75 to 95% of water is required for metabolism, while in dormancy, water is dehydrated and contains only 6 to 15%. Next one is oxygen, which is necessary for respiration, and the final one is temperature. The optimum temperature is around 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. Below or above optimum temperature affects the normal plant growth. The internal factors like immature embryo, viability, etc. Beyond these above factors, what happens during bud dormancy? Dormant bud contains greater amount of abscisic acid, in short ABA, than actively growing bud. Abscisic acid is a major inhibitor in dormant buds. How to overcome bud dormancy? Plant growth regulators like auxin, gibberellin and cytokinin helps to overcome this inhibitory effect, and apart from this maintain optimum climatic conditions. Next chapter is parthenocarpy, parthenogenesis, polyembryony, etc. and how these are helpful in horticulture crops. First we'll see parthenocarpy, which means virgin fruit. Here partheno, a Greek word, means virgin and carpi, a Latin word, means fruit. Term parthenocarpy was introduced by Knoll in 1902. Development of fruit without fertilization is called as parthenocarpy, which results in seedless fruits. First scientifically developed mango variety is Sindhu, which is very important point. In this, there are two types, namely genetic or natural and artificially induced parthenocarpy. There are two subdivisions in first type as obligatory parthenocarpy, which occurs when a plant always produces seedless fruits. Here, no external influence of factors like pollination occurs. Example, banana, pineapple and ivy gourd. In facultative type, adverse condition for pollination and fertilization occurs. Example, tomato, brinjal and cucumber. In case of artificially induced parthenocarpy, factors like irradiated pollen, synthetic auxins like 2,4-D-NAA and gibberellins are used as a stimulant to induce parthenocarpy. Next one is parthenogenesis, meaning virgin birth or virgin origin. It is derived from a Greek word partheno, meaning virgin, and genesis, meaning origin or birth. It is a development of embryo directly from egg cells without fertilization. Example, Solanum nigrum, Lilium species, etc. To have a clear idea about parthenocarpy and parthenogenesis, let us see the difference. Parthenocarpy occurs only in plants, whereas parthenogenesis occurs in both plants and animals. The parthenocarpy is a virgin fruit, that is development of fruit without fertilization, whereas parthenogenesis is virgin origin, that is development of embryo without fertilization. Let us see about polyembryony. It is the occurrence of more than one embryo in seed. It results in multiple seedlings. It may be due to integuments, nucellus, synergids, and antipodal cells. Example of polyembryonic fruits are citrus, mango, jamun, almond, and rose apple. Polyembryony was first reported by Antoine Leeuwenhoek in citrus in the year 1719, and different polyembryonic studies were done by Braun in 1859. Here some of the mango polyembryonic varieties are given. Example Papakai, Chandraharan, Kensington, etc. It is mostly used as a rootstock. Highly polyembryonic species contain even more than 8 embryos. 2 to 4 embryos is common. Adventive or nucellar embryony. In this case, two types of embryo develops. One from nucellar cell, that is nucellar embryo, and other from egg cells, that is zygotic embryo. Example is citrus and mango. All are polyembryonic in citrus except citron and pomelo. Next one is stenospermocarpi. Parthenocarpy and stenospermocarpy are more or less similar. The difference here is in parthenocarpy, seedless fruits are formed without fertilization, whereas in stenospermocarpy, fertilization and pollination occurs normally, but in subsequent process, abortion of embryo occurs, results in seedless fruits. Most common example is seedless grapes and seedless watermelon. Next one is vivipary, also known as pre-harvest sprouting. Here, seed germinates inside the fruits while still fruit is attached to the plant. Example here is jack, citrus, papaya, pomegranate, chow chow and avocado. Examples are more important. The final one is apomixis. It is derived from a Greek word meaning away from mixing. It is a asexual reproduction in which seeds are formed without union of gametes even though sexual organs are involved. If apomixis is the only method of reproduction, it is called as obligate apomixis. Both gametic, that is sexual reproduction, and apomictic reproduction occurs in same plant. It is called as facultative apomixis. There are two types of apomixis as recurrent and non-recurrent. The first one is recurrent apomixis. Here embryo develops directly from the diploid egg cells without fertilization. Example is raspberry, that is rubus species, and few malus species. Whereas in non-recurrent apomixis, embryo develops from haploid egg cells without fertilization. It occurs rarely. The difference here is diploid egg cell and haploid egg cell. Final one is apogamy, development of embryo from synergids and antipodal cells without fertilization. In case of vegetative apomixis, vegetative buds or bulbils are produced instead of flower. It is seen in Allium species. Some important points in these two chapters are given here. Abscisic acid is a major inhibitor in dormant bud. Bud dormancy is commonly seen in temperate crops. Parthenocarpy was introduced by Knoll in 1902. Example of parthenogenesis is Solanum nigrum. Polyembryony is common in citrus and mango. Last one, vivipary is also known as pre-harvest sprouting. Few possible questions are given here. Which one of the following growth regulator is responsible for bud dormancy? Answer is abscisic acid, short ABA. First scientifically developed parthenocarpic mango variety is Sindhu. Adventive polyembryony occurs in option D, citrus. Parthenogenesis is formation of embryo without fertilization. Friends, thank you for watching. For PDF and online test, text me to this WhatsApp number 9894904745 or mail to this mail ID too. Kindly subscribe our YouTube channel to get the upcoming videos.